Okay, so you can let me know once we live.
Okay, it says meeting now, streaming live. Oh, there we go.
We live?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
I don't know why we be excited once we see it finally works.
Okay, how do I make this big again? Wait, I gotta make my Zoom big. Hold on, y'all. What?
Why you make me what
just happened? Go big.
At the top right, you should see gallery view or enter full screen mode.
Little as hell. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Cousin, if you cousin.
Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here.
Hey, cousin girl. Okay, cousin, welcome to our Zoom. Okay, Crystal. So this is my cousin DeWanda who is in the Zoom. She been trying to get on the Zoom, but forgot that she lives in a whole different time zone than us. So she keep missing.
Well, hi, cousin.
I got her muted.
Oh, yeah, you have her muted.
Unmute. Okay, wait, unmute.
Okay, it's almost showtime, Mila.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to Talkin Ish with Mila and Crys. What episode is this? 5? 6. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Roscato, bitch. Whatever Crystal got on her cup.
Patron.
I just want you. Oh, yeah, I'm not grown enough for that. But I was talking about Crystal got a really cute ice cube in her cup. It's one of them big circle cubes. Y'all can't see it though. Okay, so we promised y'all that tonight's episode was gonna be messy boots, and it's gonna be messy. Okay, so let me first. Everybody here, everybody in. Crystal, hey friend. Good afternoon, good evening. How you feeling?
I'm gonna be feeling tipsy in a minute.
Okay, so let me tell y'all before we get to this topic, let me tell y'all the conversation that I had off air with Crystal a few days ago. I told Crystal to stop playing with me on this little blue app because
that's what we about to go first. Okay.
And it be looking like I'm the ratchet one and she the one that got it all together and oh my God, I would never. No, not me. So I said, stop playing with me if I start outing your ass on this. I just never had that experience, but I have had experiences. So just so y'all know,
let me out because I never claim to be the angel or the perfect one that does everything right, blah, blah, blah. I just said that I had not had that experience that you had. Now, when I've done some stuff, you know, everything's great.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi,
Jess. Do I have you muted, Jessica? I hope not.
Y'all gonna know because I'm gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Okay, so tonight's topic is wife versus wifey, and husband versus my man or my nigga or my guy. All right, Is there a difference?
Clearly, it's a difference because people, especially chicks, hate when you speak on this.
Well, I heard that Crystal got you got deleted or something, right?
I got blocked and deleted from a lot of people, and then a whole bunch of I got posted about a whole bunch because I went on like a whole little for a couple.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, wait. Okay,
why you think everybody want to be married, or why you think everybody meant to be married just because you married and you in marital bliss? That's why you say that. It ain't got shit to do with that.
Yeah, bitch. You know, when you get your ring and you start telling people that they need to be married and the wife got the power, that rub bitches the wrong way. They don't like that.
I swear to you, that wasn't what I said. Literally, all I said was, why do you waste your time and stick around with a dude for 8-10 years and you don't get nothing out of it but to be a girlfriend or a baby mama?
You know,
or Or for him to go to you and be like, yeah, this wifey right here. Well, if you're gonna accept for him to claim you as wifey or call you wifey, then why don't you really be that if you're okay with it?
I recall that you putting that post up.
Yep.
It happened a year or so ago.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so I am going to address this from both sides because I've been the wife and I've been the wifey. So as a wife, I was a wife at like 19, 20. So I didn't get the whole, at that time, like this my wifey, this my girlfriend, because we got married. And I'm gonna be truthful. When I was married, I felt like, I mean, y'all got these niggas out here calling y'all wifey, but do you have a ring? Can you get them benefits when he died? Can you this?
Make sure you're recording this also.
Huh?
Make sure you're recording this.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. So you know, I was very arrogant when I was the wife, and I felt like other people should have been striving to be the wife as well, because I had a ring, and I felt like if you with a man for this long and he ain't gave you no ring, what y'all doing this, that, and the third, because I was a wife. Now that I am no longer a wife, I'm gonna be honest, I share the same sentiments. I thought maybe it was because I was married that I was a little bit arrogant with it, but even as a wifey, I feel like that whole wifey thing and that whole my nigga thing and my boyfriend, my girlfriend is bullshit. Listen, I'm finna be so contradictory because I feel like you shouldn't be with a motherfucker more than 3 years and then they'll wife you. However, I've been with a motherfucker more than 3 years and I ain't got wife shit.
A little bit beyond that. Let's just say 5.
Okay.
Because honestly, after 3, it don't even take him 3 to know that he want to wife you or whatever. Y'all might have some kinks y'all need to work out. Okay, go and slide to that 2-3 year mark. After that, you need to be looking crazy upside his head. Period.
So this is the issue that I've run into as the wifey, the girlfriend. I felt like after like the marriage conversation started happening immediately. Like that was a really good conversation. And the conversation was, we do want to get married. We are going to get married. It was never like, well, I don't know if I want to marry you. It was, we're going to get married. However, that was almost 5 years ago. So at some point you'd be like, okay, so what's the deal? Me, I think I'm probably a different case because the guy was like, yeah, we can go get married tomorrow. It's because the reason we not married is because all the shit that you want with getting married. If it was just as simple as getting married, I think a lot of people would be married. But women, especially myself, I don't want to just get married. I want a big ass wedding.
So you have a guy here saying it should be 2 years maximum.
Okay, guys.
So ladies, y'all got a guy here saying 2 years maximum before he should either be putting on a ring or before y'all talking about marriage or
wait. He said y'all should be dating 2 years maximum.
He's just saying 2 years maximum is literally all it should take, right? Is that what you're saying, Willie?
2 years maximum what? That y'all dating or that?
I'm waiting for clarification because I think he's saying it should take 2 years max is all you should be waiting.
Now my issue is I don't want to just get married. Now the guy would be fine with getting married yesterday, the day after we met, 2 weeks after we met, tomorrow. My thing is I want a huge wedding. I want a banging ass honeymoon. I want all the bells and whistles. So he like, well, since you want all that, we have to plan for all that. So but Mila, it's not just the marriage, it's the marriage and the wedding.
True. But I think that's the thing, because a lot of women get caught up in, I want this bomb dress, I want this, I want that, not realizing that you're finna have to live with this man after this whole fairy tale that you got in your head of, you know, things, and now I'm gonna have this title as wife. Now you got to be able to live with him and legit be stuck with him, and if you want out, you're gonna have to pay for it. Like people don't really think about that. Like,
and I do think people get caught up in the wedding and not the marriage.
And not the marriage.
I'm not one of them people. Goddamn it, because as far as I'm concerned, a motherfucker been acting married since 6 months in. Now, since we acting married, now we can go and get to that goddamn wedding. Because
But why should, and I guess that's part of that whole wifey and wife thing. Why is it okay to play like I'm your wife or to address me as wifey to your friends, but you don't want to really wife me?
But that's for people that don't want to wife women. Like I said, my situation is different. The nigga would have been wife me. It's just what I want, and I don't want to go stay. I don't want a small wedding. I don't want to. It's just our friends, and I don't want none of that shit. I want the world to see this motherfucker. And even if it is a small wedding, I still want it to cost what the world coming to see it. That's just me.
Danielle Hill said, "Wait, is this conversation about marriage or tutus?" So petty. Thank you, Danielle.
Thinking I was probably gonna try to do a tutu for my wedding, but from what I hear, that's tacky or something like that. Is it?
No, I was told it's tacky. I did one for mine, but
Oh well. I mean, you look cute to me, friend, but I guess.
Everybody tuning in, just as a reminder for everybody that's tuning in now, you are tuning in to Talkin Ish with Mila and Crys on IntellectualRadio.com. This is our 6th episode, and right now we are talking about wifey versus wife and husband versus boo, bae, dip, or whatever you decide to call your boyfriend.
Like at 39, it does feel really weird. Like boyfriend. Hold on. Who is talking?
Yes.
It does feel really weird calling a grown ass man your boyfriend. Like at some point, it's like when you gonna be my husband?
Okay, but yeah, everybody got to go past the dating. Y'all are officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't go past that 1 year, 2 year, 3 year phase, and then at some point, y'all got to have a goal for this relationship. Like y'all about to make it official. Y'all gonna what's next?
Okay, so Shamil.
You gotta how I can't see you. Not right.
DeWanda said, I think that a lot of women are settling for wifey roles to prove that they are with him for love and not the benefits. Totally agree. They want to prove that they this down ass chick, and you don't know if you being pulled along for a ride or if you being pulled along to potentially be the wife. So if Willie's saying 2 years max, I want to know if that means we should be dating 2 years before I ask you to marry me, or 2 years before we even start thinking about it.
But Marcellus said a man knows immediately if he wants to marry a woman, and I absolutely agree with that.
I agree. I totally agree. But
this whole 5, 6, 7 year thing is bullshit.
No. And, okay, so what about the ride or die chick? That says, I mean, we don't got to be married. Everything, we got a house together. Our accounts is joint. What's his is mine. What about them people?
It's a lot of fellas tuning in right now, so I'm waiting to see what they gotta say. Willie said engaged or married in 2 years.
This is my fear, is that I'm gonna be wifey so long that a motherfucker gonna die, and at the funeral I'm gonna be in the program as special friend.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the special friend. And I need to be able to have full control over what's going on in my house, what's going on with you, what's going on with us, our children. DeWanda said, and I think that they think settling too long.
I think that they settle too long. If I love him enough to prove why I'm there, he should love me enough to show me by securing my position as a wife. Thank you.
That's true. But if the man saying,
and Willie said you do know immediately. Like hey Marcus, hey everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Vincent and Leo, can y'all please give y'all perspective, fellas, because we really want to hear from y'all. Like, do y'all really know when y'all want to marry a woman right away? Or do y'all like just be calling her wifey to string her along intentionally? Like, and if that's the case, like how long do y'all be stringing these women along? And women, how long do y'all allow yourself to be strung along before?
Very true. Jessica has something she wants to say. Jessica, I'm gonna unmute you so you can talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, girl, mute your kids.
This is my godson. He's playing hide and seek with his mom. I just want to say one thing on this topic because I'm kind of in a situation similar to what you guys are talking about. I've been with my guy for about 8 years now.
but he's about 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
So I didn't rush the marriage thing with him because I knew he had a lot of growing to do. He speaks about marriage more than I do, but I know he had a lot of growing. I got with him when he was about 21. So
Wait,
I knew at that. Huh?
You did what at 21?
I got with him when he was 21.
Oh, okay.
And he was in the music industry. He was in the music industry. Wait, hold on, son. Your mommy. Okay, so we were. He was in the music industry. He was managing Lil Durk at the time, and so I knew that it was a lot that came with that. So I didn't want to rush marriage until I knew he was 100% ready for that commitment. Now, in this 8 years, we have developed. We own 2 daycares together. We own a record label together. We own a transportation company together. We do have a joint bank account. We have separate bank accounts. We live together. We're getting ready to buy our first house together. Now, I can say that he has put me in a position, and I want to say just him, we have put each other in a position, just a better position than we were before we got together. And regardless of marriage or not, I feel like, you know, some people can get married and not even have half of what we have together. You know, we have a lot of things together. So, I mean, I guess it's marriage. We do want to get married. We eventually do want to get married. I'm just not rushing it because I feel like, you know, if something were to happen to him, I'd be completely covered. If something were to go on, like I'm a beneficiary on his life insurance, the only thing we're missing is the actual paper to say, yeah, we're married. But, you know, if he were to want to leave me now, we still have to go through the course and sort out all of these businesses and, you know, all of this money that we got tied up together. So it's practically a marriage without the marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not really, you know, like I said, we want to be married, but I think that we've built such a great foundation that when we do finally get married and have kids together, you know, we're going to be in a perfect position to be married. We went through all of our growing pains. We went through everything together. So now marriage, we've already built what we needed to build. You know what I'm saying?
Someone asking if you all share all of those things, why not share your last name? And you all have been together for 8 years, so that would make him 29 now, right?
Yeah, he's turning 30 in June.
Okay, so he good and grown now. So you don't really.
I'm just not forcing it. It's really not something that I'm forcing. I mean, he speaks about it. He says he wants to get married. He said he's trying. Okay, come on, let's go get mommy. I'm sorry. There she is. But you know, it's not that we don't want to get married. We talk about it all the time. That is something that is in our future. We're definitely going to do it one of these days, but it's just not something that I'm rushing, because whether you get married or not, a relationship could not last. You can get married and get divorced. I know somebody that got married and were divorced in 4 months.
Absolutely. Well, are y'all engaged at least?
No, we're not engaged. No, none of that.
Y'all got some
like I said, I'm not really forcing the marriage issue. Like I said, he talks about it. He wants to do it. But I just feel like I want to be 100% ready. I don't even know if I'm ready for that.
Y'all got kids together?
No kids. You know, we did everything we were supposed to do the right way. We didn't have kids together. We built a foundation together first. Before we decided to have kids, before we decided to get married, we had to make sure that we could work together and be business partners and be, you know, more than just a couple, you know?
So we talk about this all the time.
Danielle, because we have a lot of people with different emotions.
Read some of the comments, Crystal, on Facebook.
Read some of the comments. Jessica, are you ready?
Yeah.
So one of the comments says, okay, maybe he's talked about it to you to pacify you.
Well, he's not pacifying me because it's not something that I'm pressuring him with for. You know, I'm not pressuring him for marriage. I'm not, oh, you got to marry me. You got to be with me and marry me. I want somebody to be ready when they marry me. I don't want to get married and we go through the same stuff that people who are just in regular relationships go through. I've seen train wrecks of marriages.
We have a comment that says 8 years in and y'all not sure. That's odd. Like, so a lot of
it's not that we're not sure that we want to be married. It's not that we're not sure we want to be together and be married. We do. But marriage is just, it's just really not something that we trying to do. Like, it's not something that we forcing. We building a foundation. I mean, you know, some people rush into marriage. They don't have the money. They don't have the house. They don't have the credit. They don't have, they're emotionally unstable. You know, it's a lot of things that people need to have together in order to be married, I feel.
Okay, hold pause.
I feel like I want to have
your face. Pause 1 second, Jessica, because Jamila, I just saw your face. So a comment says, Jessica, and I'm just gonna ask you this before we kind of move to the next question. So one question says, how would you feel if he left you and married somebody within 6 months?
If he left me and married somebody in 6 months, that means he wasn't meant to be my husband.
But after 8 years, you wouldn't feel away. All you would feel is he just.
No, I wouldn't feel away. I was in a relationship for 8 years before him. You know, I'm a person that I stick with what I know, so I stick with people for a long time. And if it don't work, it just don't work. But me and him are building something. You know, we're building. We have a lot that we've built. You know, and my situation isn't for everybody, but I just don't really, marriage is not something that I'm just like, oh, I have to be married. Oh my God. Because like I said, I've seen train wrecks of marriage. So you could say you married, but your marriage is whack. You're not happy in it. You broke in it. Your husband ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Y'all living in an apartment. Y'all got kids and you hate your life, but you married though. I love my life.
I agree with what you said about not being married and both of y'all not stable.
Right.
But this is my personal, Jessica, so don't get offended. Me personally, now I totally agree. You shouldn't get married. Both of y'all asses still living in apartments and y'all ain't got it together. But after 8 years, if both of us still living in apartments and I'm still with you and you jump your ass up and we break up and in 6 months you married to somebody else, everybody gotta die. And
because
record labels, y'all done built churches, daycares,
hey, look, as long as I leave the relationship in a better position than I came in, I'm fine with that. If I'm leaving you and we don't work out, if we don't work out, we just don't work out. But guess what? My bag is better now that we're together. We done had our situation. My bag is better. I'm in a better position to be in for me. You know, and if whatever is supposed to be for me is gonna be mine. So I can't worry about what he do with somebody else. That means he just wasn't meant for me. But guess what? The money I done made, the businesses I done established, that's still mine. So all that money and everything else, and all of the great things that I accomplished with him, I'm still gonna have. Can't nobody take that away from me. So you can marry him.
Let me just read a comment for you real quick. That someone said. This is from a man, Jessica.
Okay.
You built that nigga, you trained that nigga, then he married someone else. Shit.
I mean, but let me tell you something. Just as much as I built him, he built me. Just as much as I built him, he built me. I didn't build him. He wasn't no weak nigga. He was a young nigga, but he was always a man. But he was young. He was 21 years old when I got with him.
Well, just
so between 21 and 25.
No time. We could build this foundation within 2-3 years.
I'm not putting no time limits on nothing because I can get married with somebody in 2-3 years and be divorced in 5 years.
That's true. That's true.
No, I'm not rushing nothing. When it's right, when he's ready, and when I'm ready to make that step and say, okay, you know what? We're gonna have a kid and we're gonna make this official because we're not having no kids until we actually get married. So, you know, when we're ready for that, when we know, okay, we in a stable position, everything is running, everything is good, we on a cool playing field, now it's time to jump in. See, people jump into things like that for the look, oh, now I gotta say I'm somebody's wife, I gotta say this and I gotta say that, but you struggling through your entire marriage and then y'all end up getting a divorce. Why do most marriages end? Infidelity and money. So if your money not right, if your mind not right, what's the point in getting married in 2 years? Why put that limitation on yourself to waste your time and get divorced anyway?
So here's my question though, Jessica. If y'all have built everything, so from what you're saying, from what I'm hearing, you guys have built all the building and your communication is really good. You all have a house together, you have businesses together. Now what?
now we make sure that our foundation is good. You know, I got to make sure that if I marry you, it's not going to end in a divorce. So I got to make sure you're ready. Again, he's a young guy and he's in the music industry. So a lot comes with that. As we know, a lot comes with that. I got to make sure that you're ready to be with me and me only. And I can't put that type of pressure on him right now to say, yeah, you got to marry me or it's just not going to work. Because I got to make sure I'm ready.
Has he asked you to marry you and you said no?
No, he's never asked me, but he always talks about it. He says, you know, I want to get married. We're going to get married. And it's cool. I never bring up marriage because it's never been something that I've wanted to get married, but it's never been something that, oh, I have to do this and you better do this and you better do that. I'm cool with where we are. Like, I'm cool with what we got. I'm cool with what my bank account looked like. I'm cool with all of that. He came.
That asks, how much firmer does the foundation need to be? And has there ever been infidelity issues?
I mean, we've had issues. I mean, as most people have. We've had issues at the beginning. Like, again, he was 21. So we had an issue. Let me just say that. We've had an issue. And, you know, we've grown through that and we worked through that. But again, it's just, marriage is not something that when I was a little girl, I didn't say, oh, I got to be a wife. I said, I just want to be able to build with somebody and have success. That's what's important to me. Success and making sure I could pay for my daughter's college. My future kids have, their life set. Marriage is just not really something that I didn't have that dream of, I want a big wedding, because you see so many people get married, had these big weddings, and it don't last. Everybody that I saw get married are not together anymore. So it never was a big deal for me. I've never seen a successful marriage.
You think that in some way you're afraid to get married because you've seen unsuccessful marriages your entire life?
And I think that's partially my issue, is because anybody that I've seen marry and they've been the extremist happy and the beautiful wedding and you thought it was gonna last forever, they not together. I don't know anybody that are still together.
It might be you. You just might be afraid of marriage.
Yeah, because I tell them all the time, like, I don't even think it's a fear thing. I just think that when you put those stipulations and limitations on everything, and a lot of people's view on marriage is different. You know what I'm saying? So when you put those limitations and stipulations on things get cloudy, and the lines are blurred. And so, like I said, I just don't.
Justin, we got somebody coming to your defense. Marcus Carter says y'all trying to clown this woman for knowing what worked for her. I'm a person. I don't give a F person. I really don't. What works for me, it may not work for everybody else. But once again, I've seen people be married and they working a 9 to 5. They struggling. They trying to figure things out. And I could go to the bank and I can go to the store. I can get whatever I want. I'm happy. I'm happy with my guy. We're happy. We have great communication. We have a great relationship. We are the best of friends. We talk about everything with each other. Marcus,
y'all might see me next year, and I'll be inviting y'all to my wedding. But it's just, I'm not rushing it. I don't, I've seen, now what I have seen are people that's been together 30, 40 years and never been married, and they have a wonderful life together.
Let me Jessica. Hold on, Crystal. Marcus said we debate made up rules. She doing her, he doing him. For them, it happens to look like how she describes it. Y'all got her trying to fit y'all version of a relationship. Okay, Marcus, what's your version?
Boop. He got to respond, but until he responds, I'll let you know when he responds. Okay, so Jessica, let me ask you this. I know you said no, like, time limitations or none of that. If it takes another 10 years, you got another 10 in you?
I mean, I got another 10 years as long as I'm happy. I got another 30 if I'm happy. Once it becomes a situation where I'm not happy, then that's when the problem arises. I'm happy.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I could be with you for 10, but look at my situation. And let me just explain a little further. Okay, we own 2 daycares. We have a label deal with Warner Brother Records. We have so many things that we build in together. And as long as we continue to build and I continue to grow and I continue to be able to see myself, and he has grown me a lot. He has made me be more comfortable with being an entrepreneur. He has made me more comfortable in stepping out there and getting out there. I was cool with working a 9 to 5. He made me be more comfortable with getting out here and getting it out the mud and working in something that I love to do. He has made me a better woman in so many different ways. And as long as he continues to make me that better woman, as long as I continue to make him that better man, as long as we continue to make success and our kids are happy and we're happy, I could do it until I die, because I can get married to the next man tomorrow and not have it as good as I got it now. So I wouldn't trade that just to say I'm somebody's wife. I wouldn't trade the success and the things we've built and the things we've done to say that I'm somebody's wife.
No, what if you don't have to trade it? It sounds like y'all got the life. It really does.
I mean, we travel, we do so. He loves my daughter. My daughter loves him.
Yeah.
He takes care of her. He looks out for her. I'm not
to match the life.
I just don't think that I would say, well, if you don't marry me next week, I'm gonna walk away from you. If you don't marry me next year, I'm gonna walk away.
So you said you wouldn't give him no ultimatums?
I'm not giving him no ultimatums because I'm happy. I'm content. I'm not, he's not out here just, he respects me. He loves me. He treats me well. I just don't think that I can put any stipulations. Okay, you got another year, and if you don't marry me, it's over with. Simply because of what we have already built together. You don't always find somebody that you can literally build with, somebody that's your alike, somebody that we laugh together, we understand each other. And again, I understood that he was young. So I say the first 5 years of our relationship was, he had to grow up. You know what I'm saying? He was 21.
That means
21.
Because DeWanda Cleveland, she's on here, so she wants to say something. So I'm gonna unmute her real quick, okay?
Okay.
DeWanda, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to say, hon? I see you had your hand up.
That's not me.
Huh?
That's it. Jessica Wagner's hand was up. I couldn't put my hand up.
Oh, that wasn't you?
All right. It's still within the same topic, but we can go to the next.
Okay, so.
Or did you want to reply to Marcus? Do you want to reply to any of the comments?
Marcus's comment, I asked him what was his take. He said, I'm in my virgin, you can speak for me. I will not be speaking for Marcus. You're a grown ass man. Speak for yourself, just like you speak for the comments. For those that don't know, Marcus would be my 5-year relationship that I don't have a fucking ring, but not because Marcus has not talked about marriage, not because Marcus doesn't want to get married, but because I want a big, dumbass, expensive wedding. And I would like a house. Because I don't want to have a wedding and then take my ass to nobody's apartment building.
Exactly.
I want to have a wedding and I want to walk my ass through the threshold of my own home. And I want a big, expensive wedding. So it's not that, I'm just sitting around being wifey. It's actually sitting around planning a wedding, saving for a wedding, and saving for a home. So after I become wife, I'm not walking back into an apartment that I'm paying rent on.
But is walking into an apartment really a bad thing?
That's the fuck it is. Yes.
Wait, it is.
Pause. Mm-hmm. I'm just asking because there are plenty of people married and happy in an apartment. Everybody don't have to live in a house to be.
I agree. It's plenty of people married living with their mamas and their grandmamas. I'm just not gonna be.
I ain't going that far now. I ain't saying living with your mama and be happy. I just said an apartment.
I'm not going to be. And it's people in Jessica's situation. I'm not gonna be one of them people. And clearly she's building more than I have because this motherfucker has a house and I have a building. So until me and my husband have a home together, me and my husband can afford the wedding that I want, we're not getting married. So it has absolutely nothing to do with him. It's more so me. Until I can get what I want, I don't want to get married and pay nobody rent. And yeah, we have a building, but we don't live at that building. That's a rental property. I want to live in a home in the suburbs, and that's where we raise our children and our cute little white dog. And if we not doing that, we ain't getting married yet. Okay, Marcus, I did speak for you. Sorry.
Okay, so that was Marcus. Okay, so then, fellas, while y'all in here and we got y'all attention, at what point do you change a woman's wifey status to wife? Like, how long are y'all gonna make her wait? Like, serious, fellas. Like, I don't want no guys come in here and be like, shit, she gotta be on the block. Like, don't come in here with that shit. Just, I need some real men to respond and let us know, how long are y'all gonna have women to wait before y'all make her y'all wife? Since a few of y'all said y'all know immediately that you want to marry a woman. I'm just waiting to see what y'all about to say.
Well, according to, I think Leo said he was, it was Leo or Marcellus, I can't remember what they were in
Already.
Yeah, but he was dating his wife for 5 years before he asked her to marry him. If that's, I don't remember which one of y'all it was. So whichever one of y'all it was, why did it take so long? And is 5 years even long? Is that long? Because sometimes you need 5 years to be in love, go through the bullshit, get back to love, and then decide this way you're gonna be. I noticed at 7 years in marriage, that's that itch, and you start getting tired of a motherfucker, and that's when you start contemplating divorce. And once you got to try to work through that 7 years to get to the rest of the years. So, and I'm sure it comes around again.
Leo said he proposed at 4 years. Willie is saying 12 to 18 months before engaged. And then Andrew Hayes said he thinks it depends on age. To your point, Mila, waiting 5 years, getting all the bullshit out of the way, blah, 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 that works fine when you're 25, 26, and 30. But when you close to 40, ain't nobody trying to wait no 5, 6, 7 years for you to get the bullshit out. If you ain't got the bullshit out your system at 40, then don't come my way. Then,
I can't agree. I can't agree because
if at 40 you ain't got the bullshit out your system, you ain't for me. Not for my future and what
There's a whole lot of people that's married and the bullshit is in their system at 40.
So that's true, but you never know what circumstances they got married under, what age they got married, why they, like, you just don't know. It's a lot of people out here that got married just because, oh, he fine, he asked me, he woke up the next morning after he got done cheating and he asked me to marry him, so I did. It's a lot of that out here.
Facts.
People that got married under and now the shit don't work.
Can you go back to your first example?
Well, when I said people that caught their man cheating and then wake up the next morning in the bed and he want to prove to you that he ain't cheating no more, so let's get married, and then you do it, now the shit don't work out. Like, them real scenarios, like people really in them scenarios right now, and that's the bullshit. That's what people don't have time for. Like, ain't no real woman trying to deal with that.
Like, when you knocking 40, you should come in ready to be, or already have your own shit together and ready to be. That's not always the case. We know that. But I don't feel like at 40, everybody should be coming in trying to get their own self together. Their own self needs to be together. And then we meld ourselves together, my opinion, but who am I? So, Jessica, you and your guy don't have kids together, but you all do have separate kids. Is she muted? Jessica.
She's not muted.
She'll come back if she's ready.
Yeah, you could just mute her until she come back.
Danielle Hill, I wish she was on this Zoom because you type a lot.
On this Zoom too. I wish everybody would join the Zoom. I appreciate y'all being on Facebook Live, but we would love for y'all to join our Zoom.
That way y'all can talk. Marcellus Wells says marriage isn't looked at the same way as before. I agree. I think that's a good thing and a bad thing, because let's be honest, some of our grandmamas done stayed in some bullshit marriages for the sake of saying that they married. A lot of shit that your grandma took, your ass is not taking. A lot of shit that your grandma
go to me or Mila page and click on the link, and it has a code that you can join the Zoom with.
Now, how many of y'all grandmamas, y'all didn't know y'all granddad had extra kids until the funeral?
Hello.
Y'all grandmamas dealt with that shit. A lot of y'all women ain't dealing with. So Marcella's, yeah, you're right. Marriage don't look like how it looked in 1930. Because I be goddamn.
It don't even look like what it looked like in 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like the 80s and the 90s is when the look of marriage changed, I think.
But to that point, I do believe, and I'm gonna speak for myself, I do believe we as women, wives have gotten weaker. We can't take shit. We can't deal with shit. We don't want to sit through shit. It's like, you fucked up, I'm gone. And men too, for that point. Don't nobody want to work through nothing no more. It's like, I don't got to deal with this shit. Women have become way too independent. And I'm saying that
You always think the grass is greener, right?
Yes. And I'm saying that as a very independent woman. And if I heard somebody say this, I'd be like, bitch, what? But we have become to the point where we feel like we don't need no man. Like, nigga, I don't need you. I could do this, that, and the third. But listen, I may act like I don't need a nigga, but yes, the fuck I do. Yeah, I need.
Because I definitely remember you brushing your own snow off your car this past winter, motherfucker.
Bitch, let me tell y'all something. I had to brush my own snow, the snow off my own goddamn car, and I wasn't fucking living. Taking my own garbage out, fucking living. I need a man. I don't like sleeping alone at night. I like to put my cold ass feet on a warm ass man. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be single. I need a man. Yep, I sure do need you. All right.
Trying to join our Zoom. It's on my page, Crystal Bell, or on Jamila's page. If you scroll down probably about 2 or 3 posts, the link should be there along with a code, and you guys can join the Zoom. Hi, Dan.
Hey, boo.
The Zoom for everybody that's just now tuning in. You are tuning in to Talkin Ish with Mila Crys on IntellectualRadio.com. And we are talking the difference between wifey, wife, and boyfriend.
I'm sorry, I ain't saying no updates. You got that, Crystal?
What?
Y'all Talkin Ish with Mila and Crys.
Oh, yeah, I just did it.
Okay, first of all, since we here and everybody here, we talking with T, we throw this shameless plug in here. Did y'all see my video earlier today when I had CDs.com or .net? I'm sorry.
It's allthatcds.net. It's my online boutique lady.
And my beverages and etc. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all get the latest in t-shirts, balloon cups, mamas,
Mila, you need to mute Jessica.
Hold on.
Maybe not. The regular one.
Oh, this is tricky.
Yeah.
Danielle, you're unmuted. Danielle, with your typing ass, what would you like to share, sweetie?
I mean, look, I'm about to be 40, and I just feel like if I'm dating somebody and I don't have to stay in power, I'm not about to deal with you past 3 years. I'm not about to wait for you to decide what you want. If you don't know up front, hey, that's my wife, then bye, because I'll give somebody else the chance. What I'm not about to do is build with somebody and we not have no commitment with each other, and then they walk away and take that investment somewhere else, because I'm gonna burn everything up.
I totally agree. You not finna build with me and then take your ass
It ain't in me.
and fucking provide for the next chick. I'm fucking everything.
It ain't in me.
Yeah. Like I mean, that's just me though.
But I also feel like that women who stay in long-term relationships and never bring up marriage are afraid of the quality of wife that they are. So they may feel like they may not be able to meet those standards. So I don't want to pressure it, because then what if I don't meet those standards? Because at the end of the day, money don't make you a good woman. Your education don't make you a good woman. It's all the other stuff you got to deal with. And if you dealing with it in a dating relationship and it's stressing you out, imagine being his wife. I don't get cursed out.
And listen, I'm gonna be a little bit transparent. I ain't always been on the up and up. So like us women talking about, I ain't gonna stay for this long and that long and a nigga don't wife me, but are you making yourself available to be wifey material? Cause if you doing what you doing and he ain't marrying you, obviously it's cause he don't feel like you wife material yet. Ouch. Hold on, Chris.
That's definitely a lot of truth too. A lot of women love to throw out the whole, oh, I ain't staying with a nigga this long if he don't wife me, da 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 da. when the whole time they're probably the issue. The woman a lot of the times could be the issue too. Like, let's not push this off on guys like all the time they're the issue, because sometimes we the issue too. Like, we see this whole picket fence and a dog and a house and marriage and all the beautiful things about it, but we don't have the things in us. We don't possess the qualities to be what the man might see as a wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's the man's vision of a wife? A lot of women usually don't ask that. What do you
like to think that we perfect?
Yep.
We're all our flaws.
When we have to look in the mirror and see that we are not perfect, it's not always a pretty picture.
Jessica has her hand up, so I'm going to unmute you, Jessica. Hey, Jess.
Hey, so she said, what'd she say about, she said, if you don't want to get married, that means you feel like you're not the wifey type, or something to that effect. And that couldn't be, in my situation, that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I was raised by wives. I was raised by women who were great women. So I've learned a long time ago, like, you know, how to take care of a man, how to submit to my man. I'm very submissive to my man. I cook for him. I keep our house together. You know, I do all the womanly things that wives should do. I'm loyal, you know, I'm encouraging, I'm supportive and everything. But some women just don't want to get married. Like, you know, some women just don't care
but
about
those women because you want to be married, right?
I want to, but it's not a deal breaker for me if we go on to this life and we're together forever and we never get married. I'm okay with that. And it might not be orthodox, it might not be what everybody thinks it should be, but like I said, as long as I'm happy where I am, I don't feel like I have to validate that to other people by saying I'm his wife, when, you know, you can see that, you know, that we're doing great things together. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would rather have the title of I'm the COO, he's a CEO. I'd rather have the title of, you know, business owner and, you know, entrepreneurs and this type of thing. They'll just say, oh, I'm his wife. You know, like, that's cool. Like, being a wife is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, but I just want more than that. I think my vision for myself, I just want to be, my main goal is just being successful, being able to take care of my mother, being able to take care of my grandmother and my daughter, and making sure they have no care in the world. And the title of wife, like, that could come and go. You could be a wife today and next year you'd be divorced tomorrow or be a widow tomorrow, or, you know, things change. So I'm just not really.
Someone said y'all are just business partners with benefits.
No, because we have a wonderful relationship. We are the best of friends. We get along great. We don't argue. We don't fight. We don't, you know, we have our discussions. We communicate well. You know, it's not that. It's just we are playing our part and playing our position with each other. I just don't feel like, you know, I'm not rushing into marriage because, like I said, I've never seen a successful marriage. You know, my grandmother was married to my grandfather and he passed away. You know, I've never seen people be together for 40 and 50 years. And the people that have been together 40 and 50 years, them older women, they went through some shit. They didn't go 40 and 50 years of married or bliss.
Everybody gonna go through shit, is just what you want.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The title of wife doesn't prevent you from dealing with things that a wife, a person that's not a wife wouldn't.
If I'm gonna deal with it anyway, I'm gonna get a fucking ring and a piece of paper behind that shit. Cause I want them Social Security benefits.
So y'all. Okay, so if me and my guy told God that we will be together forever, and we made that commitment before God and didn't go to the courthouse and say, okay, I'm finna pay this $100 and something for this license to be married in the eyes of the government. I mean, that does.
In the funeral program, you're gonna be special friend that he built with.
Now in the funeral program, I'm gonna be whatever I be because I'm gonna be the one that's making it.
But here's the thing. I'm
gonna be the one that's making it.
What if Jessica, hold on. So y'all together, everybody know y'all together, this, that, and the third. What if something happened, God forbid, and we not wishing this on the man? Something happened, and then his mama called me and like, well, y'all just
well, his mama, let me tell you something about,
because we can't hear what you just said.
You couldn't hear what I said?
No, mute Jessica so that we could hear you.
Okay, Jessica, mute. So my question is this. Jessica and her man been together 8 years. They done built, they got a home, they got businesses, they got all this stuff together. God forbid, and Jessica, we ain't wishing no ill will on your man. But let's just say your man died tomorrow. His mom and them been cool. Everybody been cool this whole time. He passed tomorrow. The mama say, sit your ass down. You ain't nothing but a girlfriend. I'm taking over from here. I'm the mama, because everything is different when that person is gone.
Until somebody passed away.
So you saying like, I'm doing this, but what if you really don't have no rights as far as being a wife?
Well, I have the rights to the money.
We got I got a policy on my son. We don't need your money.
Nah, but see, the thing about it, his money, I have a right to, because we the money that we make together is in a joint bank account with my name and his name on it. So couldn't nobody get the money but me. Couldn't nobody, his mother wouldn't be able to pay for a funeral without me.
Listen to me though. Listen to me. Say that man got hurt and he in the hospital. You don't have the power to pull the plug or to keep him on the plug. His mama come out of nowhere and say, pull the plug or keep him on the plug.
But she would discuss that with me. He's had medical issues before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the one handling all of that. She left it to me because she trusts me to do it. And see, his mom is not that type of mom. And I know, like I said, I know her. She's not that type of mom. She wouldn't even do that to me because she knows what's up. Like, me and her, she treats me like her own daughter. Me and her have a special type of bond. It's like a totally different, like I'm closer to her than I am with my own mother. And I'm close with my mom. So for me to say that is, it's really major. Like me, she would never do that to me. She would never try to shut me out.
That she want to say, just I'm gonna mute you real quick. Okay, yeah. Because you look like you look like you about to bust out.
First of all, this whole thing is a contradiction, because she first said she never saw successful relationships. Then she said she was raised around nothing but wives. Then she said she was around no relationships. This is how I just feel. And Jessica, no offense, I'm really not being offensive or trying to be. I just feel like it sounds like a bunch of excuses as to why you are okay being with a man for 8 years. And the only time he talk about marriage is, man, one day I'm gonna marry you, and him not proposing. And I get it, because I know so many women who stick around waiting and hoping that one day he gonna choose me. But if y'all got all these contracts together, you mean that y'all can't enter a contract of marriage together and you can have full rights? Like, that's like ass backwards. Like, I feel like, I don't care how close you think you are with his mom. At the end of the day, that's her son. And you can think you have 100% right to that bank account because both y'all names are on it. But if something happens to him, half of that goes to his mom. Half of that goes to whoever else is in control and can say that they have power of attorney of him. And unfortunately, for you to get power of attorney and you just his girlfriend, ain't gonna be as easy for his mama to go get it, and she his mama. So I just think that, in all honesty, you kind of bullshitting yourself, and like that's painful to even hear. And I don't even know you. Like, I'm hurting for you because clearly something about
I'm not, baby girl. But it would have to be me wanting to be married for me to be hurting by it. I don't care about marriage. I've said that numerous times, and it's not a contradiction. I have been raised around wives. My grandfather passed away when my grandmother was married to him until he died. Again, I have not seen a successful marriage. My grandfather died. I haven't seen.
Wait, but that is a successful marriage.
If I didn't see it, he died before I was born. I didn't see it.
My phone.
He died before I was born. I didn't see it. So I've never seen anyone be in a relationship. I've never seen it. Again, it's not a contradiction because it's something I have never seen, someone be in a relationship, in a marriage for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. And again, I was raised around wives. My grandmother was a wife, and she raised me to be a certain type of woman and raised me to be a certain type of wife. Nothing I have said was contradictory. I've never said I wanted to, like, I've always said from the beginning, marriage has never been something from the beginning. I don't know if you were here when I originally started talking. I said marriage when I was younger,
I
was never something that I said, no, I want to be married, and this is the type of wedding that I want to have. This is the type of thing. I'd never dreamed that. That wasn't my dream as a little girl. I do want to be married, but it's not something that I have to rush. It's not something that I have to say, oh, I have to be married.
But okay, so
my life.
when is your breaking point? When is your
point? My breaking point is when
we been together.
Okay, I muted both of y'all because Crystal wanted to say something.
Okay, so just really quick, because I do hear a lot of women say that, like exactly what Jessica said. Like, I don't want to be married. I've never thought as a little girl, like, oh, I want to grow up and I want to be married. A lot of women say that. And this is just me asking to get clarity for myself. Like, is it that you legit just never saw yourself getting married, or you've grown up and had bad relationship experiences and you're scorned? Or is it that you don't feel adequate enough to add up to a man or to provide what he needs? Like, what is it? And not saying that y'all have to be married, but something has happened somewhere that would make a woman not want to do what God has designed for people to do, which is to be married and to live in a partnership with love and to multiply and everything. Like, what happened? Like,
so here's my thing about the God thing. God didn't say I had to go to a courthouse and get married. God said I had to join with one person and build a life with that person. I don't have to go to a courthouse and be married. I don't have to. I just make a commitment before God with this person.
Well,
so
no, this wasn't for you, Jessica. I'm just asking other women, because I've heard women say that, and I'm just asking for my own clarification. Like, why? Because I heard you say that you've never thought as a little girl, like growing up, like, oh, I want to get married, I want to be a wife. And I've heard a lot of women say that, and I just want to know, like, what made you come to that conclusion? Like, oh, I've never desired to get married.
Well, like, I don't think it's, I don't have a problem with marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a great thing for those who that works for. But whether I'm good with a husband, I'm good without a husband, I'm good with a man, I'm good without a man. I just don't want to I don't feel like my life is a failure if I don't become someone's wife. And I just really believe that a lot of women put too much emphasis on, oh, I need to be somebody's wife. And they jumping from nigga to nigga, going from nigga to nigga. Oh, he's not marrying me, so let me go to this nigga. He's not marrying me. If it's working for me, if I'm happy, if I'm not miserable, if I'm not sitting here upset, I'm not upset with him for not proposing, because I always tell him, like, you know, when it comes, but that's not what I'm going towards. I'm not rushing this relationship into, oh, we have to be married. And if we're not, then that means I'm a failure at life. And oh my God, I have to put on this front for everyone that I'm a wife now and I have a ring. And it's just not, I don't, like I said, I don't think that for me as a child, I just wanted to be successful. That was the main thing in my life. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to have to worry about where I'm going to get things. And so again, of course,
if your boyfriend asked you today to marry him, what would you say?
I would say yes, because I'm happy with him. So yeah, of course, I would marry him, but I wouldn't leave him if he doesn't propose and we're happy and we're moving in a direction to where I'm comfortable with. It's on my terms. So if I'm comfortable with the way things are going, then I'm fine with that. And until I become uncomfortable, then that's when I will make my decision. But I'm not going to say, oh, well, he hasn't married me yet, so now that's a deal breaker for me and I'm over it. Nah, I'm not gonna, that's not me. I don't feel like, that's just not me. Everybody wants what they want for themselves. And what I want for myself is to be successful, to be a powerful person on my own. That way, whether I have someone, whether I don't have someone, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I don't have to put all of my stake in having this title. is fleeting. You can be married today and not be married tomorrow. So for me to appease everybody and say, oh yeah, I've been with my man 8 years and now he's married me, and then me and him miserable as fuck. I mean, it just really doesn't make it. It doesn't add to my life at all to be somebody's wife and then it not work out, because then it'll be the same thing. Oh, well, you married him and now look, you know what I'm saying? It's just I don't want to say that I'm against marriage, because I'm not against marriage. I love marriage. It's a beautiful thing. All of my friends, my friend Kristen, she just got married. That was the best thing I feel like that happened for her. I was so happy for her. I'm not against marriage and I'm not hardened about it.
Jessica, do you feel like you making an excuse because he hasn't asked you to marry him yet?
No, because I'm not waiting for him to ask me. I think that's what y'all confused.
But if
I'm not waiting for him to ask me.
Well,
I'm not sitting there waiting and twiddling my thumbs.
In the comments.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for him to ask me. I think that's where a lot of people are misinformed. I'm not waiting for that. I don't bring it up every day. I don't bring it up at all. If we ever talk about marriage, it's because he brings it up to me. You know,
I want to mute you real quick because I want to get the opinion of the man. Okay. Willie, Shay, I'm about to unmute you. I would like your opinion on the situation. How long, for you, because it's not for everybody, how long do you feel like it should take a man to ask a woman to marry him? Even listening to Jessica's situation, my situation, Crystal's situation, Danielle's situation, what's your take?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, so listening to Jessica, I think we have heard the reason why, and we just aren't accepting it. Her biggest thing is she hasn't seen a successful marriage, and most of us haven't seen a successful marriage. A lot of our parents didn't grow up married. They grew up as independent women or men. So a lot of women are grown to be successful without needing a man. Now, those of us who grew up in households who were able to see marriages, yeah, we put a lot more stock in marriages. But one of the biggest things is, and she said this a lot, and I think a lot of people have an issue with it, is everyone thinks that if your marriage doesn't work out, is that you failed. And that's not the case. Mm-hmm. Your marriage cannot work out, and you can actually learn a lot from it to move forward. Great. So it's not necessarily that, hey, you know what, we put all this, like, you put all the time in the world in it, and her guy can get married tomorrow and been together 8 years, and it can flat out in 6 months, or they can be together 18 years, never get married and have a successful relationship, as she said. However, at some point, we have to get over that fear. And I think that's the biggest thing that you hear in her conversation. She's not pushing it. She's not demanding it. She's no ultimatums. But her biggest thing is what she keeps saying. I haven't seen a successful marriage. So yeah, you don't know how to go into a marriage because you haven't seen it successfully. And then also, she doesn't want a marriage that's going to fail. But just because it doesn't work out doesn't mean that it failed. Now, in my personal philosophy is, like Marcella says, you know within the first couple of dates if this person is someone that you want to pursue something with. However, I feel like if a man isn't having a conversation, or y'all not talking about this in 12 to 18 months, or y'all not going towards engagement or marriage in that 12 to 18 months, then y'all wasting each other's time if marriage is your ultimate goal. Now, if you guys agree that marriage isn't my ultimate goal, I just want to be happy, then that time frame doesn't work for you. But as a man who wants to be married, if we haven't been talking about marriage within the first year and going towards that within the second year, or at that stage of getting married in the second year, then I'm wasting my time and yours, and I need to move around. Because it's something about you that I've discovered within the first couple of days that I thought I had the one that happened out of that made me feel like, no, you're not the one. And now I'm just comfortable in my situation, and I'm going to continue to stay here because I'm comfortable, and I don't want to go out there and have to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
So
comfort is the reason for a lot of people.
Jessica, I'm gonna unmute you again. Okay, Jessica, listen. You got all that's on your side. Marcus Carter is riding with you till the wheels fall off, baby. He said whatever works for you is what works for you. And he don't understand why everybody else is trying to put their ideals on you. He is riding with your ass till the wheels fall off. The only fucking problem is that's the nigga that I'm talking about. So that means for my motherfucking ring. But
listen, no.
Everybody not understanding. So I think everybody is really just asking questions because they don't understand. It is very untraditional for a lot of people to not desire at some point marriage. So I don't think they're bashing. Let me change the trajectory of this conversation. I don't think they're bashing Jessica. They just don't understand. If she's happy in her position, then that's cool. It's a whole stream of women that think and act just like Jessica. It's a whole stream of women that think and act just like me and everybody else. Everybody won't think the same, especially when it comes to marriage and relationships, because they are very unconventional relationships.
So can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? So let's say you with the guy for 2 years. He has no job. He has no future, but you've been with him for 2 years. And then he asks you to marry him. Are you going to marry him?
I wasn't raised to be with a guy for 2 years that has no job and no future. So.
Right. But see, here's the thing. Things happen. So like, let's say you've been with a guy. When you first get with him, everything's good. And then as life happens, he loses his job. He loses everything. And then during that time, he asks you to marry hhim. What would you do?
If you lost your job and you lost everything, you ain't thinking about marriage. You thinking about getting your life together.
Get your shit back.
Right. So there are stipulations to will you marry a guy because of this, or will you marry a guy because of that? So, and that's why I said I have to be completely established before I get married. I get you.
Tamika Hyman said, I know a lot of people front about marriage and their marriages are shitty. Some are on this very post. Listen, bitch. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. We all know people being shitty marriages. That is not no secret. We done all had shitty marriages. Crystal, you on your second marriage?
Yep.
I've been married. Half of us done already been married before, and we just single again now. So we know it be some shitty marriages. So, and a lot of times
it wasn't a failure. I learned so much from my first marriage, and I look back at my first marriage now and be like, what the fuck? I was nobody's wife. I was a girlfriend with a wife title at the age of 24. Basically, that's what that was.
My first marriage, I'm gonna say it probably was my fault that it didn't work out. I mean, I don't totally believe that, but I believe I definitely had 50% of the goddamn problem. So I won't say, well, he was the worst, and no, we was the worst. Like, we fucked up, not he fucked it all up. We fucked it up. It is what it is. But I agree. Some people get married just to be able to flash a ring and say they're married, and you getting cheated on, beat on, and everything else. Danielle, I'm about to unmute you.
But we only got a little amount of time, y'all. We got 5 minutes, so we gotta keep it quick.
We're gonna give it like 5 more minutes, but then we're gonna end it. Once again, y'all listen to Talkin Ish with Mila and Crys. We told y'all it was gonna be messy as hell today. It is
IntellectualRadio.com. Tune in every Thursday night at 7. We're not done. Danielle is our last commenter, and then we're gonna close out for the night and pick back up next week.
Good job, Crystal. Go, Danielle, go, girl.
Okay. So I've been married before, and me and my husband hated each other for the last maybe 6 years after our divorce. We got divorced in 2012. We just became friends again in 2018. And just recently we had a conversation. He's 9 years older than me. I was 21 and he was whatever the math is. We weren't ready. And I wanted to get married because I thought that's what marriage was, and it was just a picket fence and all of that other stuff. So the reason why I can say now that I'm not waiting around is because I know what marriage is. I know what I expect from someone if they have that in them. I just, like, we all have messy marriages. And he say all the time, if we was this age now getting married, we probably would be together and last. I think that it's about age and what you're going to take and accept. And some of us just ain't going to accept BS.
That's so true, Danielle. Oh my God, y'all was so good tonight. Like the conversation was amazing.
All right, so Crystal, we are about to end it. Thank you all for tuning in every Thursday at 7 to Talkin Ish with Mila and Chris. We stream on IntellectualRadio.com. We stream live from our Facebook pages. You all can join in live on Zoom until we can get back in the studio. We want to thank y'all for participating. Y'all are a fucking amazing audience. Thank you for all the crowd participation today. Jessica, I want you to know we are not attacking you, bitch. You clearly you got it going. Okay. So, we love you. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come back next week. Thursday nights at 7. Bye.